right, so good morning, and I want to thank you all for being here. I am Mayor Quentin Hart, for those that have not had the great opportunity to meet you. Proud mayor for the city of Waterloo. And we are here this morning for our Veterans Way bridge lighting kickoff. You know, oftentimes we do projects or we have things taking place, and we'll see the bridge and you'll see construction, a little bit of disruption, right? And, you know, it's frustrating sometimes. But in actuality, this is such an amazing special project. We wanted to make sure that we kept everyone focused on what's actually happening and what's taking place. And this is one of the launches of our Veterans Way project for downtown Waterloo. As you all know, and I don't have to tell you, our veterans serve such an incredible role to our nation, to our world, and to our communities. And Waterloo, Iowa has an incredible, significant veteran population, from those that are in the history books to those that have served and paid the ultimate sacrifice. It is a tremendous honor for us to be able to recognize their support and their dedication to our community. There are a number of projects that are involved in this Veterans Way. And like I said, today we are here to highlight our bridge lighting. But before I get into a little bit of the nuts and bolts and bring some of our incredible speakers here that have played such a monumental role in making sure that this project is going to happen, would you please join me in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. But first, I want to give some greetings, and I want to thank those in the veterans community like Yolando and Chiquita, Loveless with the Veteran Hall Commission, and Yolando as being the executive director for the Black Hawk County Veterans. And then all of our members of our Cedar Valley veterans. If you're a veteran, could you please raise your hand? And also, I would like to thank our partners today, the Waterloo Development Court, WDC, Main Street, Waterloo, Experience Waterloo, Waterloo Exchange Club, the Grout Sullivan Brothers Iowa Veterans Museum, and the Waterloo Convention Center. I would also like to thank our funders from MidAmerican Energy and Black Hawk County Gaming, who will make comments in just a few moments, as well as a representative from the WDC. But the Veterans Way, as I mentioned, is a way for our community to be able to commemorate and to support and to honor the service and sacrifice and dedication of the many veterans within our community and across the country. There's a number of different projects that are happening within this corridor, and it's a way that we're going to be able to connect some of the existing spaces along this 4th Street corridor to make them come alive. You know, one thing that we can probably all agree in is that when it comes to generations that come after us, they need to understand, my children, your grandchildren need to understand that service and sacrifice of our veterans need to be acknowledged and commemorated. And so just a couple of the projects before I get to the one at hand is working to create living lamps under the 4th Street underpass connection, making sure we have lights there. To take a look at a pocket park along Commercial Street where we can have veteran art and utilization of young people's talent to be able to tell the story of our veterans through art. We have the Cedar River lighting and the canopy, which we'll talk about in a moment. And one of the largest projects for this first phase will be right outside of the convention center. We've worked about 1.5 years with the Sullivan family to create a monument that we believe truly honors the family, but also gives recognition to the many others that have served in this community from all different branches within the service. And that outside part of the convention center is going to have a Sullivan family monument. And so on one side, we're going to feature a picture that's unique to the Sullivan family. But on the other side of that beam, we are going to highlight service and sacrifice and dedication from regular people within this community that make Waterloo and the Cedar Valley such a great place. So it's going to be an incredible, incredible way to talk and to highlight that. But the main concept of that is togetherness, that we are stronger as a community when we're together. We're also going to have different signage along the 4th Street corridor, and we will have banners up that feature veterans within our community so that we can make sure that that story is being told. And that is the first phase, and eventually in the future, once we complete this part, we will focus on other phases of the project, like the area where we're standing at, and take a look at some of the streetscapes to make sure that we are making an incredible city with good transportation in between the museum along the corridor. And the project right now is the bridge lighting project. And right now I would like to call up Pastor Mary Robinson, who chaired the bridge lighting committee chair, and also a representative of the WDC, Waterloo Development Corp.
So I'm just so proud to be able to stand among you. As I think about the bridge lighting, it really took me down memory lane. I moved to Waterloo when I was 2, so I don't remember much about that. But over the years, I remember the divisiveness of the 4th Street Bridge. It stood for so much that was not right in our community. And I'm just thinking about my folks, my ancestors, if they could see now the unifying effects of this beautiful, beautiful bridge with the lighting, and it's a symbol that we are one. And I can't think of a better symbol. As we not only just one within our community, but it's world class. People will come and they will talk about what a beautiful, beautiful structure it is. It also is unifying because it's one of the projects where we've got the young all the way up to my age and older involved. It's going to have the artwork with our children that will be a part, and then we'll have the lighting that is world class. And so what better statement can be made for the beauty and the unification and just the fact that we are just so proud of our city. It's a state of art. And on behalf of the WDC, and as a community, lifelong, almost community resident, I could not be more proud. And I want to thank, I thought I saw Mark Kuiper somewhere. Oh, there you are. I want to thank you for all of your work, for all of the technicians and everybody who has had a part. It will be something that will be remembered in our community, and I'm so proud to have been a part of it. And thank you, Mayor, for inviting me.
Also, I forgot to acknowledge one of my favorite mayors. Former Mayor John Roof is in the audience today and has been instrumental as being part of the Sullivan family, helping us work through the pieces. So nice to see you, good sir, this morning. There was also one other thing I forgot to do, was to describe the project. So one part of this is, as Pastor mentioned, the 4th Street Bridge is iconic for so many reasons. And actually, if you Google the top 10 bridges in the state of Iowa, you'll see the covered bridge. But we are working on a lighting of that bridge to where we can light the water, where you can light the top of the bridge, so that you can see the water and the color cascading off the water. If you've ever seen South Bend, Indiana, they attract probably a couple 100,000 visitors per year. Well, our bridge is going to be second to none in creating light shows that will be able to commemorate Veterans Day, Memorial Day, and all these other types of events that we could unify with the coloring of the lights that will also tie into lights of the convention center as well. So I'm sorry I didn't mention that before. Next, I would like to invite up the Executive Director for Black Hawk County Gaming Association, Emily Hanson.
Thank you, Mayor Hart. When the City of Waterloo asked the Black Hawk County Gaming Association to invest in the convention center and the river lighting, it was a no-brainer for us. Both serve important landmarks in downtown Waterloo and often act as windows to the rest of our community. And while the Cedar River has historically served as a symbol that's divided our community in half, it is truly an honor to be a part of a project that will symbolize unity, bridging the gap in the divide, while giving downtown Waterloo a unique feature that can't be seen anywhere else in this state. We are so proud to be partners on this project and to recognize the great effort that the City of Waterloo and veterans have made to improve the infrastructure down in Waterloo. This is another big step in the right direction. Thank you for having us today. And also, again, congratulations to the City of Waterloo for taking another big step forward in having a great downtown.
All right, thank you. Next, I would like to bring up Kathryn Kunert, who is the Vice President of Economic Connections and Integrations. That's a title.
I made it up. I didn't want you to know what I did.
All right. Well, please come forward. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and thank you, Mayor, for your leadership and vision, and thank you to the veterans as well. As the Mayor said, I am Kathryn Kunert. I'm Vice President of Economic Connections and Integration for MidAmerican Energy. It's a mouthful. I really did make it up for exactly what I said. And the great thing about what I get to do at MidAmerican is I wear lots and lots of hats. And one of the best hats that I get to wear is our economic and development and our community development. And this just fits right in our wheelhouse, right? You think about lighting, you think about your utility provider, so therefore MidAmerican Energy. And it is something that, you know, we have a long tradition of investing in our communities and really bringing back to our communities all that we get for being your utility partner. And when I was looking at this project and I was listening to the mayor, a few things hit me. One is, wow, what a vision. And you may think because you're in the middle of it that it's just a vision, it's what cities do. I can tell you we have more than 420 communities in our 4-state service area, and it's rare to have such a vision that is bold and big and outside the box, that does so many things that have already been mentioned today. I listened to the pastor and I thought about unifying. And in my world, it's collaboration. And then another way to think about unifying is to think about connectivity. And as I was looking at the materials, that's what this does. in many different ways you can define connectivity. And as your utility partner, that's what we do for you as well. We connect you, right? We connect you up to your utilities so that you have all the power and the resources that you need. And, you know, I think about the value of that as well, and I think about what this does for creating that differentiator, which is really important when you're doing placemaking. And placemaking is critical to economic development. And this, I also saw, was a spark to economic development. Well, Mayor, I hope it's more than a spark. And with your leadership and the council and all of your partners here, we're very sure that it will spur economic development. And the fact that you could deliver on this vision, we're proud to be your partner. MidAmerican also, too, has a very strong commitment to veterans. We have our own veteran energy employee resource group. We have lots of veterans that came before us and are with us today, and we know will be part of our future. Much as you said, we wouldn't be here without veterans, and MidAmerican realizes that as well. And so as we think about building communities of choice, what you're doing here, MidAmerican uses its CARES program. That's our corporate citizenship program. That stands for our 5 pillars of giving. And CARES stands for community enhancement, arts and culture, R is for environmental respect, E is education, STEM, and S is for safety. And when the mayor came to us to review his vision and this plan, I thought about those pillars of giving, and it checks literally every single one of them. And then when you bring in the connectivity, you bring in the safety aspect, you bring in the veterans, you've actually nailed it. And I think then it also helps tie this partnership with MidAmerican Energy. As we like to say, obsessively, relentlessly is more than a tagline, it's in our DNA. And thank you for allowing us to continue to be your partner in reinvesting in your community through this amazing vision. So thank you.
All right, thank you so much. And the overall project, the convention center, just in its remodeling, is about a $14–15 million project, and it wouldn't be possible if it were not for the support of MidAmerica, Blackhawk County Gaming, and WDC. So we thank you so much for all your efforts. Wendy did give me this. This is a pledge card. So it is a pledge. We still have other things that need to be done. And so we have a donor pledge where whether it's $5, whether it's $10, whether it's $10,000, we still need some more support to make this a vision and a reality. And I would like to please bring up Mr. Yolando Loveless, who is the Executive Director of our Blackhawk County Veterans, and his lovely wife, who is also very engaged in the veteran community and doing incredible things. Truly a power couple to our community as well.
All right. This will be very, very, very short. Thanks, Mayor, and thanks for your vision. When we look back, this couple here, we got 52 years of naval service together, and after retirement, we still have been serving. But what I wanted to share was every month I recognize a veteran, whether it's an active veteran that's doing great things in the community or a deceased veteran. This vision gives us opportunity to now, just because I only do it at my committee meetings, this gives us opportunity to actually showcase it throughout the city. So our citizens in the great community of Blackhawk County can see the great things that our veterans have done, their sacrifice, and what a setting when you have these names in the bricks and in the World War I here, World War II here. We're only here because we're sitting on the backs of others who made that sacrifice. This vision that the mayor has put in place allows us now to showcase that, and so that's what I'm grateful for. Other than this fine lady right here. Okay. All right, you guys take care.
Hi, I just want to, on behalf of the veteran community, I serve as the director, currently as the director for military and veteran student services at UNI. Just completed writing a grant yesterday, hoping that, fingers crossed, for $500K. for our veteran community on campus. But I just want to say, Waterloo, we're getting it right. We have served. We have served, and sometimes people don't realize we have served. And so let's get the lights up, let's get the names and the posters up of those, like my husband said, that are deceased, and those that have served and done great work here. I had last month, I'll leave you with this. Last month, I had an opportunity to go on the honor flight. After serving 23 years, it still changed my life because we are a great nation. And we have an obligation to share our tradition and heritages. And I'm just so grateful that the city of Waterloo is on board, and we're gonna go for it.
Kind of got me pumped up a little bit. I should have waited to put up this donor pledge to after you finish. All right, so without further ado, we're going to do a ribbon cutting, but first we want to thank Experience Waterloo. Where's Tavis at? Tavis Hall and Experience Waterloo group. They're going to launch a Veterans Way website in July. It'll be an interactive map with descriptions of the locations along the way, bios of local veterans, and much, much more. And if you see this incredible logo, this was designed by Experience Waterloo, so we want to thank them so much for their help. We want to thank also Main Street Waterloo. Jessica Rucker is here also. And so we will see you back here this fall when this river lighting project is complete. Mark, it's going to take how long?
We'll be done this fall.
This fall? Supply demand. It'll be done sometime this fall, so we're looking forward to it, and that way we can continue to celebrate the official bridge lighting ceremony afterwards. Now, without further ado, we have our purple coats here, our Cedar Valley ambassadors. If you would please come.
And it's an honor to be here today. The veterans in this community just mean so much to all of us, and we thank you for your service, for those of you who have served. On behalf of the Grow Cedar Valley ambassadors, what we do is we come out in our purple coats. We come to these kind of events where we have ribbon cuttings, where we're able to spread the word and be your ambassadors throughout the community, talk about what's going to happen down here at Veterans Way and what's going to be coming, and get a chance to promote this great opportunity for our community.
1, 2, 3.
Veterans Way!
Okay, I got it. 1, 2, 3.
Veterans Way!
Yay.
Yay!